This is the trade I took on live stream today. We're going to do a trade recap, why I took this trade, why I didn't take any other trades. It was executed on my funded accounts as well as my live account, so I made 2% on that. Let's get straight to it. A lot of people were asking me why I took this trade when I executed on live stream just a couple minutes ago. So these are the executions. I'm going to remove them so we can focus on the charts. So the basis behind this trade was we were consolidating the entire morning range. The first hour of trading from 9:30 to 10:30 was pretty much sideways. And then as soon as 10:30 hits, I told the live stream, this is where I'm potentially starting to look for a setup. And I wanted to look for shorts because we had no run on sell side. Now, I will admit, I did have a potential target of Monday's high. But at the time, I wanted to see what we were going to do in relation to this buy side. And what did we end up doing? We took the buy side. This was the engineered high morning session or opening range. We take the buy side, we put an SMT with YM, and at that exact same time, the dollar was right here, and it was trading inside this bullish fair value gap plus this 5-minute order block. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart for dollar in reference to the NASDAQ, and dollar was bullish at that time. So not only was dollar bullish, we had an SMT with YM, we took out the buy side, we had no run on sell side, and on top of that, it was 10:50 macro, a time where we anticipate an opposing price run anyways. So I knew that this trade was very high quality. We were sideways the entire day in the morning session. We had no run on sell side. I wanted to see an opposing run on liquidity. Notice this big red box. That's your daily bearish fair value gap. So we have a daily PD array. We have an SMT with YM. The buy side was taken with 10:50 macro. No run on sell side. The first hour was consolidation, and you can see how many stacked confluences were in this trade. Now, I entered this trade once we got below this low. This is a mitigation block, okay? High, low, lower high, lower low. So usually with a breaker, you see a formation like this, right? The high, low, higher, high, low, but we don't get that. But because there's an SMT here, it allows me to take the trade. So if you look at my execution, I personally got in when this candle was trading down, and I expected it to get below this low. So I'm executing right at this low. And I'm anticipating that we're going to get below it, which we did, obviously, and we had a very low drawdown trade. So 10:30 power of 3, we open up, trade higher, break down, and I'm expecting a lower price run towards sell side. Now, I'm not going to lie, I missed a big portion of the move because my final execution take profit was at the sell side right here. I did not really anticipate this large of a move, but in hindsight, it did deliver, and maybe I could have held a runner. I was only in with 2 contracts, so I couldn't really manage that well. But besides that, it got pretty simple. If you missed the mitigation entry, I outlined this breaker block right here. We get below that, we trade into it right there. Now, on the live stream, I did have a limit order right here. I wanted to add into the trade on something like this. I wanted to add a contract right there if you were watching the stream. That order did not get filled. It pretty much just kept going lower, stayed very heavy. So I never got to pyramid into the trade, which is unfortunate. So we were in with the lowest size. But nonetheless, I didn't take this re-entry, which I outlined as well, all on live stream. So we had the fair value gap in here plus the inversion. We trade back into it. I trailed my stop here, and then we got the final run to sell side, which was very nice. And obviously, we go all the way down to the new day opening gap, as well as 50% of the opening range gap today, which, by the way, we had a really large opening range gap. So these quadrants, 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100, that's your opening range gap. And that's a 487-point opening range gap. So huge imbalance below the sell side right here. And obviously, we're working inside that imbalance right now. And that's pretty much the trade recap. I can play the footage of the trade right here, and you guys can watch it in real time. And I'll see you guys next time.